Boys and girls, I need to play, right? Okay, soon we'll be playing. But remember, the spotlight is on you. And this is as role models exemplifying sportsmanship and discipline. You are the embodiment of tomorrow, and all eyes are on Dominica's youth. Let this field be your canvas for your talent shine brightest. On behalf of NBD, I extend warm wishes for a joyful, fulfilling, and safe championship to all participants and attendees alike. With that, let the games begin. Yes!
Thank you, Mrs. Nicholas. Okay, and we continue with our addresses, and we have the Honorable Oscar George, Minister of State, Minister of Culture, Youth, Sports, and Community Development, to give his brief address.
Good morning. Students, good morning.
Good morning.
I know this sun is very hot, so I promise you to be very, very short, because I know you want to play some good football. I want to first recognize my colleague, the parrot, for where we are today. There was enough. The Permanent Secretary, the Ministry responsible for sports, our sports coordinator and staff, the representative from the National Bank of Dominica, who has been very, very committed to partnering with the sports division for now. Of course, I want to welcome the teams, the parents, the coaches, the teachers, and of course, the media. I want to first start with a saying that says, gratitude is a must. And young students, this means that in everything you have to give thanks. First, thanks to God for bringing us here safely today, and of course, for some very important persons who have made it a reality for us being here today. Our major partner, the National Bank of Dominica, continues to play its part in this competition every year. And we are all very delighted for this partnership. This partnership has surely produced results in football at the youth level. So I want to thank NBD in a very, very special way on behalf of all of us here today. And I ask of you, the representative, to convey our sincere appreciation to the board and management of the National Bank of Dominica. What I would also say to the NBD is that we look forward to a long-term commitment to this competition. We all value the support, and the bank is really making a tremendous mark in our local sports. So it's very important to give our athletes this opportunity to showcase their skills, and we thank the NBD in a very special way for that. Of course, the sports division within the Ministry of Sports continues to do a wonderful job in executing this very event annually. Delivering a competition like that on a yearly basis is nothing simple, as articulated by the sports coordinator. It takes a lot of planning, a lot of effort, a lot of sacrifice. But the commitment shown by the officers of the sports division and the sports coordinator is second to none. And I believe we should all give them a round of applause for their efforts. And of course, all our partners, we want to say thank you for supporting football and supporting the young people. And of course, we look forward to working with you in the distant future. Our footballers here today, I am sure that all of you have role models in football. Some of you may look up to players such as Messi. Some of you may look up to players such as Ronaldo. Yes. Right? Some of you may look up to players such as Glenson Prince or Brian Thomas. We know who these players are. Glenson Prince and Brian Thomas. These are our national football captains, and you should know these people. They're our captains. But what I want to tell you this morning is that all these players didn't just get where they are overnight. All these players started just like you, playing football at the grassroots level. So what you're doing here today is very important. To achieve what you want to achieve in life, to get to where your role model has gotten, you have to sacrifice from that level to go up. And this is why this Ministry of Sports, and by extension the government of Dominica, is seeking to encourage and develop sports at the grassroots level. And by this I mean in the communities and in the schools and on the blocks and on the playing fields across Dominica. We believe that this competition can play an important role in achieving a stronger sporting community. I was advised that 45 schools will participate in the Boys Championship at various venues across the island. This competition will surely provide the opportunity for our young players to showcase their skill and offer a preview to some of the finest footballers of the future. Furthermore, our students will be exposed to different coaches from an early age, which will make them adapt to coaching methods when they get exposed to the national level. Such exposure at a very early age will ensure early participation in DFA, CONCACAF, and FIFA tournaments. It will assist the students' physical and mental well-being. It will create a more alert and better thinking student. And of course, it will help improve the health of our students, especially given the fact that obesity has been a major concern among our young children. Therefore, we must ensure continuity of this championship and improve it as time goes by. We also need more public support for activities undertaken by the youth. These young footballers are our top athletes, and we all have to work with them to achieve their ambitions. I want to say well done to the Office of the National Authorizing Officer, the Sports Division, and of course the Lindo Park Development Committee for the support provided to upgrade this venue to include the lighting, the benches, and of course the fencing of the facility. Lindo Park, and I'm sure the parent will agree that Lindo Park is now the heartbeat of Roseau North when it comes to youth and sports. And of course, I encourage everyone to make use of this facility. I want to end by saying to you young footballers here today, there are tremendous opportunities for you to benefit in sports. Every one of you here have an equal opportunity to make it big in football. The government is working hard to create the opportunities for you. It will provide the enabling environment and community facilities, but to get where you want to get, you have to put in the work. You have to play hard football and be competitive. But while you compete, you must also be disciplined and respectful, both on and off the field. Respect your coaches and your referees. And finally, you have to practice consistently to get the results that you want. Again, we thank our major sponsors, the National Bank of Dominica and the Government of Dominica. You know, words can't really express how thankful we are for this competition. After this investment, we expect good football in this competition. I urge the Dominican public, and in particular the various schools, to come out and support the young footballers. This support is critical in the development of sports at the grassroots level. I wish all of you here today best of luck in this competition. Play hard football, respect each other, do not get in any confrontation, do not fight with each other, and of course respect the decisions by the referees. God bless all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Minister. And I know we've been here for quite a few minutes, but I'm going to ask you to stay a little bit longer as the officials, the sports coordinator, the sponsors, and our women officials are going to just meet the teams, and then we'll get into the games for today. And just before that, also, we'll have the presentation of the check, the sponsorship check by the NBD, and it will be presented to the sports coordinator, Mr. Trevor Shillingford. Okay, I've just been advised that the minister will accept on behalf of the sports division. And the sponsorship is for the sum of $15,000. So $15,000 will be invested in you, in the company.
I said to pay attention. Pay attention, man. Sponsorship. Double it next year. Double it next
year. Okay, and right away we'll ask the officials to led by the sports coordinator will meet the teams, and also they will meet our invited teams, Christian Union Primary and Berian Academy. And while that is happening, I'll just give you the rules pertaining to our games today. It will be 7 aside, okay? A goal which includes a goalkeeper and 6 outfield player. The games this year will be a 15-minute duration and a half. Okay, so instead of the normal 12 we played over the years, it's now 15 minutes and a half. And you're allowed, coaches, you're allowed 4 substitutions per game. So you're allowed 4 substitutions per game. So if you have 3 games for the day, you have 12 substitutions you can make during that period. And after the officials have met the team, we will ask the teams to meet with the various coaches. We will give you a couple of minutes to get yourself together. And our first match for the day will be the Goodwill Primary School versus the Convent Prep. Okay, that'll be our first match for the day. Yes, yes.
The Ministry of Culture, Youth, Sports and Community Development for the Sports Division expresses gratitude to the National Bank of Dominica for partnering with the division in making this important sports development program possible. On behalf of MO News, this was the National Bank of Dominica and the Ministry of Sports Primary School Football Championship launch. Thank you for joining.
Okay, let me just for my officials for the day. We have Mr. Wayne George, Mr. Daniel Bethel, and I see Mr. Sean McDonald.